Hello, so welcomes everyone, AnthWolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, bringing you into Knights of the Fallen Empire, the most recent expansion for the game itself. In the previous video, part 170, if you can believe that number, I would almost say I went briefly through the changes to expansion 4.0, and it turned out to be about a 40-minute episode. I apologise for that. I hope no one kind of fell asleep throughout it. But I wouldn't be surprised if you did. There was a lot of changes. Not really a fan of them personally. A few things are interesting, but they kind of simplified a lot of things, and the changes to the crafting system are going to take some getting used to. I'll probably, once I've learned the mechanics, I'll be fine, but I'm set in my ways. I think a lot of people are set in their ways, and I don't adapt very well. It's kind of like the same with new technology. Sometimes when things change it goes over my head and I just get frustrated, more with myself than the actual situation. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Obviously we can now begin this new episodic expansion, which is probably what we're gonna do. Before we start, let's go speak to some of our companions and see what they have to say. Obviously we have this new influence bar, and apparently it can go a lot higher than it was originally. Obviously Mako was maxed out at 10,000 affection, and now she just has rank 10 of 50, and we don't know how fast this actually grows. Actually, let's look at our legacy. It's been a while since we've actually looked at our legacy itself, because there was some perks. Yeah, increases the amount of companion influence gained by conversations. Increases the chance of an augmented result. So yeah, they haven't changed the wording of that anymore. Well, not yet at least. Obviously we can change our discipline tree on the fly if we want. We don't need to go back to the Imperial fleet. So if I wanted to become a pyrotech or an advanced prototype, I just need to go to abandon, I think, and we can change it for absolutely nothing. Reputation, I don't really look at reputation so much. Imperial classes. Over, this is what we need. Let's have a look. Anything else? Anything new? Anything? Randomly activates any unlocked vehicle or calls any unlocked creature mount. Oh, we've unlocked these. Okay. Legacy? Oh, we can't do it here. We can summon a random pet. That's just a bit of... It's a bit of fun, really, I think, isn't it? You're not wearing any pants, Sketch. Hi. Getting comfortable, I see?
You got crummy taste and company. Bad enough with that skinny broad and the little twerp trying to walk tall. But I don't get how that squeaking thing in the belly-aching dandy ain't become target practice yet. How'd a hard case like you get tangled up with such a bunch of dainties?
It'd be a mistake to underestimate any of my crew.
Yeah? I ain't buying it. None of your tag-alongs would have lasted 2 minutes with any of my crowd.
I can't picture you as a people person.
Sitting around by myself. Ain't much of a party. Had a good thing going back on Coruscant. The Empire shook that place up real good. No law. Just unclaimed turf. And millions of dregs clawing at each other for the scraps. One big round-the-clock brawl. Shame it didn't last.
The Republic sent in the troops?
Pecking order got sorted out, gangs formed, party ended. Still, turf wars were fun. My gang was top of the pack. Black Sun were killers to the core. Not like those lazy, stinking huts. Wonder what they've been doing since I got nabbed. Gotta go find me something to break.
Interesting. So we did gain a little bit of influence with Skadge there. Not a great deal. Obviously he is only rank 1. I wonder if with this new expansion, obviously you needed so much affection to unlock dialogue options with these people, or you had to take them on your missions and you had to choose options like dialogue options they would approve of. But I wonder if they've unlocked the dialogue options we never had with them originally. Like, we never unlocked enough affection to unlock them. So this video might just be us talking to our companions. So if you want to see some of the storyline, maybe use the time bar if you're not interested in this stuff. But let's get talking. Let's learn more about our companions who we never learned about earlier on.
I've been thinking running with you ain't so bad. More downtime than I'd like, but at least it ain't like being in the can. Too much time between killings on the inside.
I have no intention of winding up behind bars.
It has its ups. Best place to meet the real scum of the universe. Get connected. Lockup took me from the streets to the major leagues.
Black Sun wasn't good enough for you?
I'm talking about when I was just getting started. First time I got nabbed. Shared a cell with a Hutt cartel gangster once. Helped him bust out. Got introduced to the family. Had a couple good years being an enforcer, before those slimy two-faced slugs tried to bump me off.
Yeah, we don't have a good relationship with the Hutts either. That's a big influence boost.
Hadn't noticed how much that time in the cooler cramped my style. Got me rusty.
I thought all you did all day was lift weights and pick fights.
Ain't so bad when there's some chump in the yard to shank, or a guard station to rough up. Solitary's another story. I'm just saying, all this running around busting heads is whetting my appetite, and I'm itching to do some real damage. Never did get my hands on that stinking Hutt that tried to have me bumped off. Been thinking, I'm overdue.
What do you expect from me?
I say I was looking for help? All you need to know is, once I find the dirty backstabber, I'm paying him a visit.
Interesting. So yeah, we are learning about Scotch's storyline. We are getting some experience from this. Might as well take it while we can.
This is where I get off, runt.
Where are you running off to all of a sudden?
Found me that slimy Hutt I was talking about. He's been getting fat and happy all these years after crossing me. Time he gets what's coming to him.
When you're finished with this, it better not come back to haunt us.
When I'm finished, ain't gonna be much left. Try not getting killed. Gonna want something to do when I get back.
You're back.
Ain't like a bunch of Hutt flunkies was gonna give me trouble. Would have been back sooner, but the slug and I had a lot of catching up to do.
I assume this grudge of yours is finished?
Only thing left for that Hutt is getting hosed off the walls.
Well, that's graphic. Our influence with Skadge is increased to 2. One thing I'm going to do, actually, let's look at our preferences. This might be a terrible thing to do this while I'm recording. It's the shadow quality. Shadow map cascades? Is that what it cascades at? Shadow quality is high. Increases the effective resolution of the shadows. I need to bump that up a little. Might have to I don't want to really reduce performance. I'll do that between this video and the next one, but I want to try and get rid of some of the horrible shadows you see over people's faces sometimes.
This is the way to do it. Doing what we want when we want. Ain't nobody gonna say otherwise. Kinda glad I ain't killed you yet.
You still planning to?
When I do you, it's gonna be fun. Don't you worry. Figure I ain't going back to organized crime, now that I got free run of the galaxy. But that don't mean I ain't got pull. Long as I'm running with you, you black son.
I'm not looking for any new obligations.
Quit whining. You ain't gonna get bossed around. All I'm saying is you and yours need something. Black Sun's got your back. Now quit making a fuss before I change my mind.
So I've been introduced to the Black Suns, and that's it. Well, to be honest, we only picked up Skadge. Hello? Dramatic. So we did pick up Skadge at Belsavis, so there's not much we really could have done with him. It's Torian. Where's the speak to Torian? That is not a good look for you.
You remind me of someone. Friend of mine, Cordan Ordo. Great Alorad. Served with him and his clan on Eriadu. Told you about that, right?
Pretty sure you didn't.
Sent in to secure a weapons factory. Half the planet is factories. Like Coruscant, but dirtier. Pretty quiet, except for snipers and mines. Real trouble was waiting in the factory. Resistance fighters, geared with stealth generators, hiding among the workers.
Sorry, I can't take him take him seriously when it cuts out to a full picture of Torian. Chest up is fine. Just those boots. Oh God, I'm suffering.
How'd you flush them out?
Stealth fields don't fool thermal detonators. Cordan got most of the workers out. Got us undercover. Could have been worse. Good at thinking on his feet. Sorta like you.
Guess I could do worse.
I wasn't even listening to his storyline. I got rid of the pants as well Torian was wearing. God damn it. We still have some, we have a carbon frozen person over here. Does that not worry anyone? Let's keep this going.
Got a good crew.
Good to have you with us.
Glad to be here. Haven't been part of a company since Eriadu. Missed it, I guess.
Can't think why you'd miss that.
Got its points. Gotta have someone watching your six. Wonder what Clan Ordo's doing now. That friend I said you reminded me of? Got a holo call from him. Turns out Cordan heard about us taking down G-Cone on Terrace. Sent me an invitation.
We don't have time for social calls, Torian.
Don't plan on troubling you. Can make my own way. Said he's hunting big game. Offered to let me in on it. Plan to take him up on that. Wanted to let you know. Won't be long.
See you when I see you, Torian.
Catch you later.
Everyone's kind of going their own way.
How was it?
Amazing. Met Cordan and half my unit on Duxon. Good hunting. Bomas and Maulers mostly. Jagger bagged a Zakeg. Lucky Jare.
Bring anything back for yourself?
Teeth and claws, a few horns. Got a few more stories to tell. Can't ask for much else. Back to hunting prey on two legs. Right.
Influence of Torian has increased to 4. Very nice.
Never thanked you. Not making a big deal over me taking off. Good to see my brothers are still alive. Cordan owes me 50 credits.
Glad to help, Torian.
I appreciate it. Been meaning to ask something. Mandalore tell you the race Ulnare when you were adopted into his clan?
Is that something I should know?
You could say that. Race Ulnare means 6 actions. The core of Mandalorian life. Speaking the language is a big one. I could teach you. if you're up for it.
I probably ought to know what my people were saying about me.
Have to find some time later, then.
I would like to know the Mandalorian language. I think there is some... Oh, influence increased. There's some very dedicated fans of, obviously, the Mandalorians. There's actually a couple of Mandalorian guilds, specifically here in Star Wars The Old Republic. But some people really want to learn the Mandalorian language. It's like people who want to learn, like, Klingon, who are fans of Star Trek, obviously. They go out and learn the language. That's how much of a fan they are of that particular series, basically. But no, Valicar as an... I was going to say honorary Mandalorian, but no, he was actually made a Mandalorian by Mandalore himself. Should probably know the Mandalorian language. We're big up on honor and all that, so it kind of makes sense.
Been working on a new shot. Something I picked up watching you. Want to check it out?
Let's see it.
Think it'd be best to try it in a real firefight. Let's get to work. Sooner we're moving, the sooner you can see me in action.
There's no parts of that storyline I really like.
Been thinking about something Corridan said. Thought he'd be seeing some real action again soon. You think he meant it? Or was that just talk?
He's your friend. You'd know better than I would.
Corridan means what he says, mostly. Could always be wrong, though. Almost hope he's wrong. This armor might not be up to a decent fight.
What exactly's the matter with it?
Maybe nothing. Might hold up. Hard to say. Mandalore gave you a piece of Beskar Gom, didn't he? Should be made of Beskar. Only our people can work it.
Never heard of it. Why is it important?
It's stronger than Durasteel. Can take lightsaber hits if it has to. Can't find better. This can wait. We ought to get to work.
Yeah, it's true. Mandalorians did have a special type of... I think they also called it Mandalorian Steel, or Mandalorian Iron, sorry. Maybe that's it. But yeah, it was a special type of armor which could survive contact with a lightsaber blade.
Trouble?
Remember how Corridan thought things would be heating up? Listen.
I've got a mission. Thought you might want in on it. Clan Ordo's been hired to kill a senator who's hiding out under major Jedi protection. It'll be a serious engagement. He's gone to ground in a heavily fortified area. Worth a lot of credits, too. If you're interested, meet us at the Bayless estate on Alderaan. Corridan out.
Planning on taking off again?
They're my brothers. I need to be there.
Better get going. Don't want to miss the fight.
Thanks.
Torian greatly approved of that, not just simply approved.
Still alive.
Seems that way. Weren't all so lucky.
Did Corridan make it through?
Took a lightsaber strike. Glanced off his big head. Didn't care to find out firsthand. Never let them get close.
Dancing with a lightsaber's a good way to lose weight.
Better find some Beskar if I'm making a habit of it.
How's that influence with Torian doing? Pretty good so far.
Our people have a saying, Alit or Ishietaldin. You know it? Family is more than blood. I'm glad you came to Terrace.
It's been good having you at my back.
I'll watch your six no matter what. Mind if I ask you a personal question?
You want to ask me something? Ask.
What made you enter the Great Hunt?
When Brayden was murdered, there wasn't room for second thoughts.
Your mentor. Mako told me about blood in you. Think it wouldn't be about me either. My name, my clan. We'd share glories with our shames. Next hunt gets called. I plan to be there.
Oh, Torian wants to join the Great Hunt. Interesting.
Ever eaten Mandalorian food? At your adoption, maybe?
I've been meaning to track some down.
Been craving it since I left. Food here's a little bland, no offense. Thought I'd put something together next chance I got. Interested?
I won't turn down a hot meal.
Let you know next time I'm headed to the galley.
Yeah, we'll see if Vitorian can actually cook, though. Damn, he has a lot to say. Oh.
Something on your mind?
Family. Not much of Clan Kadera left. Aren't close either. Got spread out after the schism.
What schism?
Crusader schism. What they called the war between the clans. Ordo, Kelborn, Etera. They all recovered. Think it was a shame they kept us apart. Feud settled now. Maybe it's time. Scene 15.
I see the music picked up there. One thing we should check actually is our audio sliders. Yeah, music's still low. Good. There is occasional moments when the music is copyrighted. It's mostly from the actual movies. But they actually mute the entire video, not just the brief moment where the music's playing, which is unfortunate.
Made contact with some of my cousins. It's strange, but a start.
You've got the makings of a strong leader.
Old man left me something. Got a lot to learn before I tried leading a clan. Fighting alongside Mandalore's chosen can't hurt.
Yeah, SWTORian's taking up the reins. Didn't realize he had this much to say.
Heard from Mandalore lately? Know he's letting you do your thing. You're still blood, though. I'd like to meet him.
You're not thinking of picking up your father's cause.
Told you, it's settled. Just want to talk, man to man. Shout if you hear something.
I mean, the last time we talked to Mandalore was actually regarding the killing of our fellow Great Hunt champions. Okay, so we have 2 more people we want to speak to. We might as well keep this going. Hi, Galt. I wish I'd kept your pants.
Let me tell you a little thing about opportunity.
What makes you think I need advice on the subject?
You're more an in-the-moment type. Sometimes you've got to see the potential farther down the road. Take this group of fresh-off-the-shuttle Arcona I met at the Mosila spaceport before you showed up. I left those Arcona with a stellar impression of Geller rowing, helpful merchant, and earmarked them for a return trip once things died down.
What makes them good marks?
You know why they were traveling to a dump like Tatooine? Seems fresh water's hard to come by on Kona. These rubes heard about moisture farming on Tatooine and figured it was their ticket to riches. Fleecing these yokels will be like taking candy from a baby. The key is finding the right scheme.
You really enjoy seeing what you can get away with, don't you?
Surely a Mandalorian can appreciate testing one's limits. Moisture farmers aren't exactly rolling in credits, but a whole colony of them can add up.
Ah, Tiresias, you've never changed.
Remember those Arcona colonists I was telling you about?
What,
Well,
a
I've
minute
got
ago?
a perfect racket to skim a little profit off those moisture farming saps. Salt.
As in table salt?
Well, I'm not talking bath salts, considering water's a luxury good. Listen, I've got a theory. I used to know this spacey Arconan bagman back on Nar Shaddaa. Thought the guy was a spice head for the longest time. Turns out I was only half right. This guy's cravings were something else.
Are all Arcona this screwy?
The few I've met haven't exactly instilled me with confidence. One night after making our handoff in some dive diner, he orders some garbage soup and dumps an entire shaker of salt into the bowl. Should have seen the way this guy went at the stuff before stumbling out of the place like its last call.
Your money's on these colonists having the same craving.
10 to 1 says there's something about salt that those wedgeheads can't resist. We're gonna sell those colonists the answer to all their woes, specially formulated and offered exclusively through Rowing Industries. If I'm right about how much Arcona love the stuff, our biggest problem will be keeping up the supply.
We can do this on the side, I guess. A little bit underhanded.
Meet our new product, Had our salt shipment bottled as special tablets to help organics retain water. Now we just need to seal the deal. I want you with me when our prospective buyer calls. Keep him from getting too comfortable. We'll be meeting an Arcana named Gruna to convince him to act as our supplier to the colony.
Wait, special salt tablets to help people retain water. A special exclusive company. Huh. I'm not gonna say anything.
Sounds simple enough.
This chump would do anything for enough credits to get off Tatooine. I don't think it'll take much to get poor Gruna to bite. Gruna, good to hear from you. Looking well. Lose some weight?
Kagriso Efretu Paranai.
Oh, him? Never mind him. Had to let go of my last security detail in favor of this one. Consummate professional. Say hello.
We look forward to doing business with you, Gruna.
See? A perfect gentleman. You know, Gruna, I'm a bit of a philanthropist. Did I mention that?
Grojaman.
My visit to Tatooine left me inspired by the plight of rugged folks like yourself trying to squeeze life out of that dust bowl. Making life easier for the little guy, that's my motto. And helping you hardworking souls is now my personal mission.
He'll put himself in the poorhouse if that's what it takes.
My associate worries too much. My friend Gruna and his pals wouldn't leave me holding the bag. There'll be plenty of prosperity to go round. The top chemists at Rowing Industries developed this little wonder for us. A compound designed to maximize water retention in organic life forms. The benefit to hardworking subsistence farmers such as yourself is immeasurable.
Andravimos pandimas protescada viteratai. Smarcio populas mana ir padre mana narcali.
Can you be sure you'll ever be able to afford that at the rate you're going? We're helping you use less water, leaving you more time to sell. It'll pay for itself several times over.
You're in a good position, Gruna. You stand to make a lot of money as my distributor once things take off. Tell you what, I'll send you a sample. If your friends aren't begging you for more in a matter of days, you can keep it. No charge.
Patarana ango, mis aka nanom alas potas era.
Don't mention it. I hope we'll be hearing from you soon. Come on, partner. I have a feeling we'll need to increase our supply. See, I told you a little patience goes a long way, but let me remove any lingering doubts. You remember those little trinkets that happened to come into our possession on Alderaan? I managed to sell most of the stuff right back to the nobility at a tidy profit.
How'd you swing that?
It took a little laundering, but the Alderaanians were very eager to outbid the competition.
Yeah, that was a bit underhanded of us. I have taken... There's one of the preferences, I think. It's in social user interface. Yeah, I've disabled the show conversion alignment gain. I think it still comes up if I scroll my mouse over the dialogue options. But yeah, I don't want to know if something is a dark side option or light side option. I want to go with how I feel. I might mess up on occasion, because I'm only human. Valicar, yeah, he is human. Just had to double check there for a moment. But yeah, we'll see how things go. Let's keep talking.
Notice anything different?
Are you gonna get upset if I say no?
Hardly. I'll just chalk it up to fine craftsmanship. Just acquired some nice form-fitting blast armor. Thought I'd see if it would stand up to a trained eye. Apparently so, if your observation is any indication.
Glad that worked out for you.
Since I'm still putting myself in harm's way, I decided to make a little investment in my well-being. Been stocking up on interesting tidbits at every port we've hit. From here on, I'm ready for anything.
Interesting. We're slowly sneaking up towards level 61, slowly but surely. Just so I'm talking to our companions for a while.
So, what do you know about Hylo Viz?
I recognize that name.
Yeah, I've heard the name. She was some big-time spacer, wasn't she?
You could put it that way if you're partial to understatement. She broke the Mandalorian blockade at the Hydian Way. You know, the one that strangled Coruscant and dashed a full-scale Jedi assault. And it wasn't out of the goodness of her heart, either. Credits were involved. A lot of them.
She's single?
I heard that.
No, she's dead. According to the rumors, anyway. Most think the Hutts were behind Hylo's disappearance, but anyone who knew her could tell you they'd have better odds winning a marathon. No, she's still out there. Somewhere.
I was hoping that the whole Mako marriage thing would continue on, just to give us comedic moments like that.
Never took you for the type to get starstruck.
What now? We've got history. Hylo was my old partner. More than that. That blockade run was the last thing we ever did together. Like I said, a lot of credits were involved. When I saw the opportunity, I took off and left Hylo holding the bag. Stupid.
Is that a conscience showing?
I don't know, maybe. It was a dumb move I regret making. Listen, I found out that an old associate from that blockade run is still around and kicking. A mutual acquaintance. I owe Hylo one last visit. If he knows where she's been laying low all this time, I've got to track him down. I caught up with that old associate from the blockade run. Old Quan and I had a nice little chat. He was surprised to see me, to say the least.
Can you trust him to keep quiet about your new identity?
Oh, I'd say he'll remain mum on the subject indefinitely. Don't give me that look. I bought his last round. Before I had to end Quan's retirement prematurely, I convinced him to fill me in on some gaps in our history since the blockade run. When the Hutts came looking for their return investment, Hylo Viz smuggled herself off to Republic space with the help of another free trader.
That definitely increases her odds of being alive.
I'm not so sure, given where she was headed. Remember Zale Barrows? She cut a deal with that twerp to hide her on Belsavis. If she's still stuck there, this is my chance to swoop in to the rescue. I've got to go after her.
It seems like you owe her a lot more than that, but it's a start.
If I don't make it, well, thanks. I don't think Tiresias would have ever gotten this opportunity.
We could be offering to give them hands, but...
When did you get back?
Oh well.
Oh, a little while ago. I wasn't exactly in a talkative mood. My little pipe dream involving Hylo went about as you'd have expected.
Didn't find her?
No, I found her. After all these years, I finally caught up with her, and she hadn't changed a bit. I found her on Belsavis in some sort of stasis chamber. It was like I just left.
She wasn't in a forgiving mood.
If she'd had a blaster, she'd have shot me the moment she came to. Lucky for me, she recognized that prison wasn't the place to hash things out. She took off the first chance she got. Hardly the reunion I was looking for, but I got her out of that pit. That counts for something, right?
Well, now you can get over it and move on.
Yeah, maybe. If you'll excuse me, I need to create a hangover to nurse. You're not gonna believe this. I heard from Hylo. She's willing to take me back if I'm willing to show she means more to me than me. Sent the message certified, credits on delivery. Whew, almost cleaned me out just to have it delivered.
She's nobody's fool.
Never was. If it had been my plan to steal the money, she'd have sniffed me out. That just sort of happened. I learned my lesson. I feel like I'm back in my prime. Not that I'd slipped, I'm just unburdened. I owe you for that, so I thought I'd say it. Don't go making a big deal out of it.
Glad I could help. Really.
I've gotta hand it to you, you really surprised me. You're not what I would call a conventional partner in crime. But we're really turning out to make quite the team.
That mean I'm stuck with you?
I'm afraid so. You and me, we're going to carve out a criminal empire, or at least accumulate one heck of a fortune. Your children's children won't know what to do with it. I'm telling you, wild space is the limit.
I think we're actually going to be going into wild space, to be honest with you. Good that you actually brought that up. I wonder if some of these dialogue options are part of the newest expansion. Possibly. I mean, I don't expect in the original game that it had this much to actually say.
Have I mentioned how much pulling that little con has improved my mood? I think that auction put to bed any lingering doubts that Tiresias is dead and gone. And aside from knowing my new identity on a stick, I'd almost forgotten how much I love a good scheme.
Does this mean you're gonna stop pacing the ship at all hours?
Sure, unless I'm planning our next big score. It's hard to work a proper hustle when you're on the run, chum. I've pulled more heists than cons in recent memory. That was the kind of racket my former partner preferred. Simple, bold, effective. Used to argue about that a lot.
How'd you two part ways?
We had different ideas about where we were headed. Water under the bridge. My preference is to be long gone by the time anyone gets wise. That's a lot easier without bounty hunters breathing down my neck. It's about time I got back in the game. Can't afford to let myself get out of practice, after all.
I like the new dialogue screen, how it's scrolling down. It seems a little bit more interactive than just popping up and appearing. Maybe that's just me. It's little changes like that that I'm kind of enjoying.
Oh, it's good to relax. This is as close as I'm getting to it these days.
Something wrong?
Wrong? Oh, yeah, that's putting it lightly. I'm going nuts here. I've spent so long keeping one step ahead of somebody, I can't believe I've lost them for good. At least when I'm out with you, I usually know where the blaster fire's coming from. Keeps my mind off trouble. Mostly.
Didn't realize you were having this much trouble adjusting.
Spend 30 years doing what you're doing and you'll know what I'm talking about.
If you're not up to something, let me know before it becomes a problem.
I'm just in a funk. Come on, I think I've had my fill of all this cheering up.
Holy hell, Galt, you have so much to say. What's your, influence 5? Huh.
You know, you're pretty quick to sniff out an opportunity for profit.
Flattery won't get whatever you're angling for.
I was just making an observation, but now that you mention
Of
it,
course.
I wonder how much more lucrative our little partnership could be if you applied that intuition to something other than bounty hunting.
Gave up trying to make an honest living already?
I was looking for a fresh start with this little arrangement, not a career change. My abundance of skills and expertise are always at your disposal. It just so happens that most of my expertise is in crime. Mull it over. I'd hate to see so much potential go to waste.
Right, what are you angling for? Know that you're gonna mention it now.
I've been thinking it over, and I see a lot of room for improvement maximizing your profits. Take catching me, for example. Sure, you got a nice bounty from the Great Hunt, but why stop there? You just need to use a little imagination.
And what did your imagination come up with?
A few words in the right ears, and you could make a lot of money on poor Tiresias's remains, if you don't mind double-crossing crime lords. Offer the body, see who bites, rob them blind. Couldn't be simpler.
Are all your schemes this blunt?
It's not the most elaborate con, but you're new at this. Besides, the scams are a lot less risky when you know you can vaporize anyone in the room. So, that suggestion I had involving my duplicate? Turns out there are a lot of folks out there who've still got a bone to pick with the late Tiresias Loci.
I wonder why.
A little friendly competition couldn't hurt our final take. I'm thinking an auction would do the trick.
In my experience, auctions in the underworld don't mix well.
Oh, sure. Get enough bad seeds in one place, and something bad's bound to crop up. A little weeding out takes care of that. Give me some time off the ship, and I can handle the whole thing by proxy. The only finger you'll have to lift will be the one accepting your credit transfer.
Take as long as you need.
I'll be back before you know it. What, no parade? Oh, not even a cake? How about at least mustering a good to see you for the guy holding your share of the credits?
Sorry to disappoint. Take a drink instead?
Well, just this once.
So?
You're cut. Pretty good take, considering the expenses. The bidders really couldn't wait to take Tiresias off our hands.
What expenses?
Middlemen, venues, security, incentives, everything necessary to ensure a smooth transaction with half the underworld in one place. 3 pirate crews, 10 free traders, 2 exchange bosses, half a dozen huts, one I don't even remember crossing. Kept licking his lips. I think his name was Druga.
Druga?
It was quite the rogues gallery. A lot of familiar faces. Brought back memories, let me tell you.
Druga the Hutt, isn't he one of 3 families? maybe I'm getting confused. Codex. Persons of note. Do we have a Druid Hut on our list? Oh, we have a lot of Darths, that's for sure. I recognize that name. Hey, anyhow, Galt.
After you, I insist.
Yeah, you're gonna shoot me in the back, aren't you? Anyhows, finally, we have one more person to talk to. We've passed the 40-minute mark, but we might as well get this all done in one go. So I hope you don't mind the extended video once again. But after this, I swear... Actually, no. That'd probably be a lie. I apologize. I hope we'll be able to get on to the actual expansion storyline, basically. We are making some experience, though. Hi, Blizz.
My job's pretty simple when it comes down to it. I'm a bounty hunter. I track down individuals nobody else can find.
A salvager of people.
Glad we're on the same page. Mostly. The person who framed you for stealing.
Yeah, we never really talked much to Blizz. We never had much time to increase his influence. So we might as well learn more about his character.
Go ahead, Blizz.
About keeping my hair back. You have seen me, haven't you?
I appreciate the gesture.
Yeah.
What makes them irreplaceable? When I track people down, I usually get paid.
That was a bit cruel of me, but oh well. Let's quick move myself up again. Don't know why, I just like to do it.
What did Mako have to say? I think we'll have things under control while you're gone.
Yeah, we'd probably get a greater approval if we offer to go help. But that's fine.
Did you find Shreely? Settle in. We still got a lot ahead of us. Looks like you can finally put all this behind you. What's on your mind? Hardship has a way of putting things into perspective.
Ah, that's nice of him. He thinks he's home now. Influence has increased to 5. And that's it. What do you say? You saw something shiny. Hey, there we go. I think we've talked to all our companions. We've actually caught up. It's taken us over 45 minutes, but so be it.
Get out of my face.
Yeah, that's about what I'd expect from Skadge.
Let's keep going, yeah?
Sounds good. So yeah, we'll start exactly we'll finish exactly where we started. That makes more sense. But yeah, when we come back, now we'll actually begin Chapter 1, the hunt of the new expansion, Knights of the Fallen Empire. This of course has been AnthWolf for Star Wars The Old Republic. Feel free to comment if you so desire. And I will see you all for more in the next video. Until then though, bye bye now.